Whenever you're ready.
I can hear my lips smacking.
That's good microphone.
All right, welcome to Bad Libs, the Afterbirth, episode 9. This is Zach Miller, co-host, with the other co-host,
James Schlarmann.
Hello, Mr. Schlarmann.
Hello, Mr. Mill-Air.
Hello to our listeners in the future.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I'm eating some fruit with tahini.
Tahini is
because that's my new addiction.
Yeah.
And I am wearing a rainbow Sergio Tacchini tracksuit. This is one of my favorites, the rainbow sherbet. I actually owe this tracksuit to John A. Thompson, but I haven't seen her. We haven't done a show together in so long that I haven't given it to her. So this tracksuit that I'm wearing is actually John A. Thompson's, but I'm just holding it for her.
Possession is 9/10.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I want John A. to know I didn't forget about that shit.
Oh, that's good.
I owe you this.
You're a good
tracksuit.
person, Zach.
Pineapple with tahini
Right?
is what I want to be eating while Trump's on trial.
Oh, yeah, right?
I pray to God. And that is way too far down the road. We have to talk about some reasons why he should possibly be on trial at some point. And also remind the listeners he was on trial and he was found guilty on 34 felony counts and was never sentenced because he was about to be the president of the United States again.
Yep.
Because the Republican Party is filled with crooked cucks like Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz. Political violence fantasy, not today. Nope. I want to have one. It might involve tahini and pineapple.
Right?
And people choking to
and
death.
A pee-pee hole or something. Right?
And people choking to death. That's the only time it's not delicious is when Lindsey Graham has so much of it shoved in his mouth that he can no longer breathe.
Yeah, dude. I hear you.
Yeah, I hate Lindsey Graham.
Yeah. Oh, I
can say that out loud.
No, it's fine.
And not feel bad that it'll ever be a problem. Here's what we're going to start with, James.
Yeah.
For this, I need your musical talent.
Okay.
So I need you to do kind of like a musical bed with your mouth.
Yeah.
That is like a Japanese soap opera. And then I'm going to tell a story.
Japanese soap opera. Okay.
Donald Trump and the Japanese Prime Minister were talking on camera about the U.S.-Japanese relationship, about the fact that we wanted Japan to help us secure the Strait of Hormuz. And the Japanese Prime Minister inquired as to why we attacked Iran without letting our allies know, fucked it all up, and now want them to help us. And Trump said, well, it had to be a surprise. And then he looks at the head of the great empire of Japan, an incredibly capable woman, no doubt. And he says, you guys know a thing or two about surprises. Bum, bum, bum. Everybody knew the joke he was attempting. I'm not sure if he meant you surprised us when you attacked Pearl Harbor or we surprised you when we dropped a fucking nuke. Either way, it was the most tasteless edgelord wannabe attempt at a laugh at a point.
Dude.
Why the fuck are you making jokes?
Right. Well, you know why? Because he's an intellectual fucking, toddler, and most of the people that elected him are. But yeah, I mean, every time, it's so funny. Every time you bring up that he's like this, really bad try-hard open micer, it feels like that next week he goes out and says, "I'll fucking prove I am."
It's
like,
crazy. Because that's totally what that was.
Yeah.
And what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you think the reason why no one's holding him to account is because nobody wants to try and solve the shit show he's going to leave behind?
At least partly, yeah. And I think also because I think every presidency does that. Are you dying? Uh-oh. Pause.
Yo, the tahine is angry.
The tahine is mean. Mean tahine.
It might be the orange fruit attacking me on Donald Trump's behalf.
I wish your voice would stay like that, though, for the whole show.
Oh, my God. He's fine. I think he's fine.
He controls everything orange, including cantaloupe.
He was speaking through the cantaloupe. So anybody close to any president, I think, is usually expected just to be a yes person. It doesn't matter which party, whatever. It's a million times worse with everything with him because when you're obsequious with a guy like Trump, really, 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 really bad things happen. When you do that with other presidents, just really bad shit happens, right? So I think that's kind of where we're at. Like, yeah, most people around him and in his orbit don't want to be the one stuck wiping up his mess, and they're too afraid to step to him and be like, dude, you're making a mess, because he's just going to yell and scream at him and fire them. So
I don't know, man.
Pause for Heimlich.
Nobody's holding him to account.
No. The
That
voters
means
can, maybe.
The entire federal government is collaborating with Trump.
On some level, right? Like, if they're not, like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I
don't think it's an understatement to say that we're living in a country where our government has been taken from us by evil actors.
I mean,
bad actors,
right? You can at least say bad, like evil. I mean, it has a definition, and I think it lands on people.
I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for Europe to have to intervene in the United States to literally oversee elections in the United States.
Like,
I'm not even kidding.
No, I know. I mean, I think a lot of us would feel
too much is at stake.
Yeah,
we control 90% of the world's nuclear arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like our dollar is still like the dollar that underpins global debt.
Stop.
Yeah.
You just got there naturally, the start of the show.
Oh.
Bad Libs, episode 9. The Petrodollar and the attack on it. The repercussions. The petrodollar is the global system where international oil sales are primarily priced and settled in U.S. dollars. Yep. Established in 1974 via a pact between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Let's just stop.
No, I know, right? I get it. Yeah.
U.S. and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, dude. In a fucked up dance that like nobody wants us to be in except the people that get rich from it. So that's fun.
It ensures a constant global demand for the dollar and allows the U.S. to finance large deficits.
Yep.
By having oil exporting nations, quote, recycle their dollar surpluses back into U.S. Treasury securities. Mm-hmm. So basically, when the U.S. economy collapses, the world will starve. It's going to break the entire economy of the world. Mm-hmm. And we already know where that goes.
No, you say that like it's a bad thing, though.
I say it like it's a terrible thing.
Of course, well, and of course,
for anybody who once again is marginalized, disenfranchised, and can't with this fruit, bro. It's so good. They don't have advantage.
Yeah.
They're not part of the asset class.
No.
But the problem with the asset class, bro, just because you were able to sneak out, say, 100 million, let's say 100 million out of this economy, and you bought yourself a sick-ass pad, and you got a fucking security this and security that, like, you got 15 guys. I just told you, dude, you're not a warlord, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to have to be, like, 4 days after the shit hits the fan.
And to be clear, that is definitely what a lot of them probably think of themselves as, right? That's why they're buying their cyber trucks and they have 25 AR-15s in their fucking McMansion.
Of course.
Right? But no, you're exactly right. Like, at the end of the day, they're still these privileged fucking douchebag, basic bitch, white Americans, for the most part, that have never faced any kind of real adversity. And the truth is they just don't give a shit how much adversity they put the rest of us through, because they don't have to ever feel it, until things like the French Revolution happen. You know what I mean? And that, because that's the other option. Like, we always talk about how, like, well, what if it all collapses and it goes bad and it's bad for this? But I'm like, the other option is that the people just kind of get fucking sick and tired of it and force a revolution on the government. And I don't even talk about violence. I'm just talking about, start with elections bottom up, and you just start tossing fuckers left and right out of office. Because, and maybe that's like me being Pollyanna-ish about it, but something's got to give soon. Because,
something
the
does have to
was
give
going to go
soon.
away anyway because of renewable energy sources. But what you're pointing out is because it so centrally underpins the entire fucking world. Now maybe that's why you've got these giant corporate interests saying, oh, climate change isn't that big deal, and we got to hold on to oil as long as we can. You know what I mean? At least it gives you a broader perspective as to why we are stuck in the cycle that we're stuck in.
Well, now that we know how important, or how, I guess important's the right word, but there's another word I'm looking for. Consequential.
Yeah.
Now that we know how consequential the petrodollar is, let's talk about how it can be attacked, James.
Let's do it.
For instance, bilateral trade in local currencies. Major producers like Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iran have begun accepting other currencies such as the Chinese yuan, euro, or Russian ruble for oil.
Also cryptocurrency probably, but they just don't talk about it.
That part. Alternative payment systems.
Yeah.
The development of platforms like BRICS Pay aim to bypass the U.S.-controlled SWIFT network.
Yes.
You ever used that?
Maybe.
I've used it.
Yeah, that's for like
Well,
wire transfers, right?
we did casinos in Canada.
Oh.
Or like anytime you get paid like real money from another country, you got to use that Swift shit.
Yeah.
Energy transition. As the world shifts toward renewables and electrification, the fundamental global reliance on oil and thus the demand for the currency and it is priced in naturally erodes.
Right, that's what I just said.
The dollar, therefore all the wealth is everybody's 401k, all of it.
All of it.
Is based on oil surviving.
In some way or another, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude. And then on top of that, it's also dependent on the military-industrial complex because it undergirds 25% of our economy. So I wonder why we keep having conflicts in other countries over oil. It's so strange to me. I also had a lobotomy recently, so what the fuck do I know?
James?
Yes?
I heard you injured your ankle prior to this recording.
I did.
Is your brain in your ankle?
It might as well be because I'm so stupid that I don't get why we keep having wars in other countries over oil. It just makes no sense to me.
It's strange. It does seem like a theme.
Right? Wow.
It's a theme. Wow.
Right?
I mean, it's mind-blowing.
I mean, we keep having wars over the same thing.
We just keep doing it. I don't understand.
Wow.
Don't forget about digital and tokenized assets.
Yes.
The rise
Crypto.
of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs also called, or tokenized commodities could create new liquidity pools that don't rely on the U.S. financial system.
Yeah.
You know who knows the thing about new liquidity pools?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he does.
He's like the king of crypto.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's got his Trump coin that he started, right? He's got the U.S. government already, buying into the crypto fucking world.
I can only imagine how much Bitcoin he's put together with his sons and that whole Saudi shit.
Right?
They're like, if the Saudis give you $2 billion in cash, U.S. dollars, I'm sure they'll give you much more in
What
crypto.
are those in petrodollars or crypto dollars?
Or just
right?
crypto.
Yeah.
God knows how much fucking crypto Saudi Arabians have. You don't think they were over there pumping in fucking millions of dollars of that shit when it was a buck a coin?
Yep. You keep saying Saudi Arabia. Now that's weird. Is this the same Saudi Arabia that we were talking about a few minutes ago that started the whole petrodollar and got the U.S. involved in that?
Yeah.
And is that the same Saudi Arabia that later trained and harbored the 9/11 terrorists that blew up our two towers that then caused us to get into another conflict in the Middle East over war?
Talk to me about Saudi Arabia
Is that the same Saudi Arabia?
and Osama bin Laden.
I don't want to. No, yeah.
Where's the bin Laden family from?
I'm just looking behind me in case somebody comes in the ground.
They don't come in the house, bro. They drop that shit from space, homie. I apologize to my neighbors if our neighborhood gets hit with one of those space spikes. One of those spikes they drop from suborbital levels.
The Mad Libtards are talking about our petrodollar again. We must destroy them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, bro. Wow. Who knew we were going to unpack everything wrong with the United States government circa 1950 today?
All we're really doing is quoting Alex Jones. I mean, that's the funny thing, bro. It's all going to overlap.
Yeah, dude.
And honestly,
Horseshoe.
I don't even really want to say this, but a lot of the crazy conspiracy homies used to talk about the petrodollar.
Oh, well, yeah. But that's like broken clock thing. And they weren't saying that we should get off the petrodollar and go to something more secure and better for the working class. They were saying we should go back to the gold standard, which is like 10 times worse than the petrodollar. So,
yeah, but the gold standard argument has been shifted to cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it sure as fuck has.
Yeah.
Same exact people making the same exact argument about something different, but it's the same thing.
Because the gold standard and cryptocurrency are not the same thing.
No,
so we're clear.
No, they're not. But talk about volatility. That's the worst part about it.
Consequences if the petrodollar is destroyed.
Yes.
Massive inflation!
Worse than Biden's inflation?
A sharp drop in global demand for dollars would create the currency's value to plunge, drastically increasing the cost of imported goods like electronics and pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
Skyrocketing interest rates!
Yep.
Without petrodollar recycling into U.S. debt, the government would have to offer much higher interest rates to attract buyers for its bonds, leading to higher costs for mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards. You'll never own anything. Loss of geopolitical leverage. The U.S. would lose its ability to use weaponized sanctions effectively, as nations would have established alternative financial channels outside of the U.S.
Correct.
You wanted to fight? No, you gotta fight because you can't use sanctions as a fucking threat anymore.
Right.
They haven't been a threat for a long time.
No.
Kim Jong-un don't give a fuck about no sanctions.
No.
Clearly, fucking Iran doesn't give a fuck about no sanctions.
Yep. Because
Russia don't give a fuck about no
Hit the
sanctions.
people in charge. They hit the fucking people that are already being shit on by these people.
No,
the
because
leaders.
these are gangsters, and gangsters
right.
could always operate in the black market.
No, they're not mutually exclusive, though. They're gangsters because gangsters don't give a fuck about the people they're allegedly protecting. all they're looking to do is take the money from the shop owner, and you know what's going to happen. They're going to send thugs over there to fucking rough them up a little bit just so that they'll come even faster with the protection money. You know what I mean? Like, it's
a mirage.
Correct. It's an act.
Of course.
It's kabuki theater.
Kabuki theater. Gangsters don't care about the neighborhood. They just hand out turkeys.
Yep.
So that, come on, guys.
Right?
Has anybody seen American Gangster?
Okay, sorry, my bad.
This is American Gangster, but
No,
I think it's an old trope of like.
No, but it's what they did. It's like that's why they would in The Sopranos they would help the church with like the yearly festivals and shit. It's all about PR.
It is all about PR.
Yeah.
But you know what's not all about PR? The petrodollar. And the fiscal crisis it will create if it's destroyed. We don't necessarily want that without a real good plan to transition out of it.
Right, which
you'll never get under Donald Trump
No.
and his fucking spy, corrupt, fucking cocksucking, disgusting fucking cabinet.
Yeah.
In his cabinet is a woman named Tulsi Gabbard.
Trashy Gabbard.
She used to have brown hair. Now she has black hair
With the white
with a
cartoon villain
clearly dyed-in streak of gray. She looks like fucking Storm from X-Men. Like, what the fuck are you doing, lady?
You know what she's doing.
She's playing the evil character really well.
Right.
But the funny thing is she is one.
Yeah.
And nobody, I mean, if you were like, if Vladimir Putin was like, I just need one position in your cabinet. And Trump was like, fine, pick
Tulsi,
one.
right?
All right, give me director of national intelligence.
Right. The worst person.
The person
you
who
could give access
oversees
to that.
the CIA.
Yeah. And she's the one that's out there like confiscating the voting machines. Remember when she was
Of
there?
course.
What the fuck? What are we doing here?
All right, so I asked our production team, you know, our Indian production team,
Yes.
the people who used to do the Daily Show in India,
Right.
also known as the Politics Hour. From Bollywood comes Politics. It's a great show. We're super proud to have them working on our show. And basically, while no public evidence has ever emerged that Tulsi Gabbard has collaborated with or served as a spy for Russian intelligence agencies,
Right.
her political positions and public statements have led various critics to label her a, quote, Russian asset or a, quote, traitor.
Right.
The primary reasons cited for those who question her alleged activity include echoing Kremlin narratives.
Right.
More to say about that. Biolab claims, I'll expand. In 2022, she posted a video expressing deep concern over U.S.-funded biolabs, close quote, in Ukraine, claiming that mirrored a Russian disinformation campaign suggesting the U.S. was developing biological weapons there. So she is saying proven Russian disinformation.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. If you could throw a rock and hit a person in our government randomly, that will say a Russian talking point, you've probably hit Tulsi Gabbard.
She receives promotion by Russian state media during her 2020 presidential run and following her 2022 comments on Ukraine. Russian state-controlled media outlets like RT and TASS frequently featured her in a positive light, sometimes referring to her as a, quote, comrade.
Right. Right. Keep in mind the way the propaganda works. Russian propaganda would want us to, distrust everybody in our government. So, acknowledging that not everything that Tulsi does is necessarily like in service of Putin. That being said, like I said, if there's one person you can count on to launder Russian talking points for you that isn't Ron Johnson, it's fucking Tulsi Gabbard. And she's been that way ever since she left the Democratic Party. And that to me is a giant red flag.
All right, so here's an actual thing she did.
Yeah.
Meeting with Bashar al-Assad.
Correct. Yeah.
In 2017, she took a secret trip to Syria
Correct.
to meet with President Bashar al-Assad,
Right.
a key Russian ally.
Correct.
if you know anything about Syria, you know the history over there. Him and Putin, he's like Putin's little cousin.
That's right.
She subsequently questioned whether Assad had used chemical weapons against his own people, a known fact, despite assessments from the U.S. intelligence community for a very long time and international communities.
That's
so
the key.
countries outside of the U.S.
Correct.
have
That's the
confirmed
key.
that.
Yes.
It's not a secret. It was well known. And then she wants to poison that piece, that piece of information,
Right.
which is the same thing Russia would want to see
do.
done.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're not a Russian asset, you are doing nothing to change people's minds about you being a Russian asset.
Critique of U.S. intelligence that she is now in charge of. Since becoming director of national intelligence in early 2025, she has declassified documents to challenge the 2017 intelligence community assessment that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help Donald Trump, claiming the findings were, quote, manufactured.
Sure.
So she's helping rewrite history.
Correct. On behalf of Russia.
And Donald Trump. But
Correct. But
Russia,
Yeah.
Donald Trump's Russia's little cousin too.
I was gonna say Donald Trump is Russia.
Donald Trump like a Bashar al-Assad ass bitch.
Yeah. Like I would just challenge anybody out there who really still thinks that the Russian collusion hoax is a hoax. A, learn to read, go read the Mueller report. But B, just look at what has happened every time Donald Trump has gotten into office and tell me which
He
one
gives
of the, and tell me
Russia
which one of
everything
the
they
ma-
want.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, tell me which one of the major international developments that Trump oversaw did not directly help Russia. Just name one.
You can't.
Right. And maybe there was one, but like that's my point. Is like no, you can't because again, Donald Trump is Russia.
You could find things that he's done that don't help Russia. They just help him or help
Right.
his other donors.
Right.
But you can find a lot of things that he's done that have helped Russia. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
Who does this war help? Russia, primarily.
Yeah.
So what the fuck ever.
Yeah, because they got sanctions reduced and now they can keep fighting Ukraine illegally. You know?
Yes.
So
All right, we're going to actually get into the rundown now.
Rundown.
The escalating war with Iran.
Here's
we
the
have to give you
rundown.
guys a little bit of updates. $200 billion funding request. The Trump administration is preparing a massive $200 billion supplemental fund. This is supplemental.
yeah.
Keep in mind, the Defense Department already has a $1.5 trillion annual budget. He wants to now make that 1.7 just for this year. And $200 billion, that's buying ammo
Yeah.
at, I guarantee, a markup
Of course. Yeah.
from his donors.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the Pentagon has said, I lost track of how many times they've said this over the last 4 administrations, but they keep saying, quit giving us money. You do not need to keep increasing our budget because we're having a hard time keeping track of the budget you give us already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then that means they can just piss away
Yeah.
tens of billions of dollars
Correct.
all over the place.
Right.
Slush funds galore, baby.
Yeah.
Guess what? You can put it in crypto. It'll always be there.
Yeah. 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 They're spending
They're hiding cash in the walls of the homes they buy like
Million
fucking gangsters.
Yeah, dude.
Like fucking Saddam Hussein.
Yes. Yes. He learned from somebody.
I want to puke. I want to puke up my fruit with tahini.
No, don't do that. That fruit was so good.
It was
That
really
tahini
good.
was so good.
I
Don't do
actually
that.
feel great.
I know. I'm sure you do. You probably feel powerful.
The strike on the South Pars gas field, a significant Israeli strike on Iran's South Pars gas field on Wednesday night has caused global energy markets to reel. President Trump distanced the U.S. from the attack, claiming he told Prime Minister Netanyahu, don't do that.
Hey, man. Don't
Listen,
do that.
Ben, don't do that.
Hey, Benny. Don't
Listen,
do that, man.
you can kill as many Iranians as you want, but you cannot fuck with the oil prices,
Right,
Ben.
right.
Ben.
Come on, Ben. I
Ben.
let you kill all those Gazans. Why are you doing this to my gas prices, Ben?
Listen, Ben.
Ben.
We need low gas at home.
Right?
We need low gas at home. Don't care how many
yeah,
people you kill.
whatever.
Kill everybody.
Kill everybody. Who gives a shit, Ben?
Do it.
Ben,
Kill
who
them
gives a shit?
all.
Ben, I don't get Ben. Ben, I don't care, Ben. But
Ben,
I care.
have you ever listened to Metallica, Ben? Metallica had an album. It was called Kill 'Em All.
It's called Kill 'Em All, Ben.
Do
I
that.
do not care if you kill them all, but don't raise my gas prices, Ben.
We can kill them all without raising the oil prices. We can do that.
Ben, I know how to do that.
We could do that. I can do anything.
Right. Stephen Miller told me I could literally do anything I want.
Yeah. We could kill all the Iranians.
We could nuke the hurricanes, then we nuke them, then we nuke everything. Everything's
Yo,
fine.
if you're not careful, Ben, I'll nuke you. Haha. Just kidding,
Just
pal.
kidding. Won't nuke you, Ben.
I won't nuke you.
Settle down, guy.
Settle down, guy. Relax, guy.
Relax, guy.
Relax, guy. I won't
Hey,
nuke
relax,
you.
guy. We don't nuke you, guy.
Oh my God. Troop deployment denial despite the escalating Sorry, I just had a Trump stroke. Despite the escalating conflict, President Trump denied plans to deploy additional U.S. troops from the region, stating, quote, I'm not putting troops anywhere.
Sure. Okay. Look, and maybe he won't, but I don't believe that. Because every time the United States government has said for the last ever that we're not going to put troops there, we put troops there. Whether I don't give a fuck whether you call it a special operations force or whatever. We are.
I don't
sending
think Trump
Americans
wants
die
to
there.
put troops there, but this is again where we're going to be reminded Trump's not in charge.
He's not in charge.
He's never been in charge.
Correct.
He is a little bitch.
How do you secure the Strait of Hormuz without having actual people there?
Because Trump's a prostitute. He sucks billionaire dick. Wishes he had one himself, but he don't. Got a little prick. Stormy Daniels might be lying, but I don't care what she says.
Because Trump ain't denying. He's got a little dick.
Listen, man.
He's got a little dick.
Hit that note, boy.
Yeah, bro.
I have a not large penis. And from a man without a large penis, I could tell when a man has one smaller than mine. That's all I'm saying.
We can smell our own. We all can.
Woo! Yo, small dick smells sour. Yo dick
Right?
smell acidic, bro. Like all the way. Ugh. So you know how these government people, they got cliques. You know what I'm saying?
They're like Hollywood, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
they're like the mafia.
You just work with who you get used to, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
There's bosses and then there's captains from different towns and syndicates. You know what I mean?
Capos.
Yeah, capos. You got to have capos. So JB
Right.
Pritzker's a capo and he's fucking giving one of his soldiers an elevation.
Billionaire JB Pritzker.
That's what you got to do with your good earners. These people that can get votes and hold seats, bro. I mean, in a way, I don't really have a problem with that as long as they're not corrupt.
Well, how dare you point out that a Democrat is doing something that might be a little bit anti-democratic? Because it is. Anytime you're using
Well,
loyalty to push
parties
something through.
in general are anti-democratic.
Booyah, that is true.
So,
But anyway, I was here to give you an intellectual honesty high five because
thanks.
I love being bad libs that will also tell the truth about Democrats because that's the most important part, actually.
Yeah, let's not forget the Republicans are 100% corrupt.
Correct.
The Democrats, I don't know where they're at these days, but they stay hovering in I'm sure the low 80s, high 70s.
It's 100% with a rainbow flag and a smile.
Is it 100%? I don't know that.
It is. Senator Menendez, right? Last year, right? All the bribery.
I just name somebody like Donald Trump that the Democratic Party has tolerated. They didn't even tolerate Al Franken because he fake touched
Right,
some
a tit,
boobs
I
40
know.
years ago. So
No. I understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm just talking about financial corruption, basically using their status to enrich themselves, stock trading.
That's
that
the
kind of shit.
entire
Right.
United States government.
Right. Dude, thankfully, thank God, both parties haven't given over to complete stupid fucking ideas.
They're gonna have to pass a government people can't make money bill, and they're gonna.
Right.
It's coming.
Right. No, listen. We want to pay
It's
them.
it's already on the table, so it's only a matter of
Somebody
time.
way smarter than me told me once when I was saying I'd be happier with a voluntary, congressional representative because then they're really there to be there. He's like, no, the problem is you actually want to pay them enough so that they don't need to get bribed by other people to survive. That's the whole thing. But we've gone beyond that. We've gone beyond here's a couple $100,000 a year so you don't have to get bribed to here's a couple $100,000 a year on top of your bribes. You know what I mean? $200,000 is like your signing bonus. The bribes are your fucking salary, and that's what needs to change.
Yeah, and some people, they're all getting money. The question is, are they acting a different way than they campaigned for because they're getting money?
Yeah,
and
John
that's,
Fetterman.
Oh, my God.
Right?
The fucking shame of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at John Fetterman.
Dude, John
I wanted
Cinema.
that guy. I wanted that guy to be it.
Me
and
too.
he is not
Me
it.
too. I
He
know,
is
dude.
the anti-it.
Yeah, he's a charlatan, man. He's like Kristen Cinema was for Arizona. It's like, dude.
He's just a criminal.
Gross. It's just gross. It's just
Yeah,
gross
he's
to
a
me.
gangster.
Yeah. Like
He's from a gangster place. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm serious.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
from,
know.
I forget which town in Pittsburgh, but it's like one of the old steel towns.
Oh, I got you.
That's like was really poor and fucked up. But he
Okay.
fought for his people.
Yeah.
And he was a liked politician because he helped his people.
Yeah, and he generally didn't talk a lot of shit.
Right. And then he became a senator,
Yeah.
and DC got up in him.
Yeah, and he became a bipartisan fascist.
He's a ugh face.
Yeah, agreed. Sorry, I didn't mean to take us off the rundown.
No, you're good,
But
dude.
exactly what you said just made me think of John Fetterman. That's all.
I mean, we're having a conversation, James.
That's true.
That's what the Bad Libs
It's
is.
the flow. It's the
me
flow.
and you talking about what the F is going on
right.
in the United States of America.
It's our criminally perfect
And at some
flow.
point, it might be me, you, and a guest. More to come on that
Yeah,
when guests get booked.
Let's go.
All right. FBI retribution lawsuit. Two former FBI agents filed a lawsuit against the administration on Thursday, alleging they were wrongfully fired for their roles in the 2020 election investigation.
Sure, they were.
Supreme Court migration case. The Supreme Court deferred a decision on President Trump's efforts to end legal protections, TPS, for migrants from Haiti and Syria. So you want to translate that for me?
Yeah, sure. So basically, once again, the Supreme Court has kind of decided not. You said they deferred, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Deferred a decision.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not delay. So they're saying they're going to go back to whatever the last.
Trump's ending legal protections
Right.
for migrants from
Yeah.
Haiti and Syria.
Yeah. So,
And the Supreme Court denied doing anything about it.
yeah, they
Or even making it. Nah, we're just not going to do anything
exactly,
with that.
exactly.
No
So,
thanks.
Right, yeah,
No thanks.
right. I want to make sure I heard defer, not delay. Yeah. So yeah, basically the Supreme Court found another way. And again, I'll just say the six giant.
If we
fucking
can't make a
conservative
decision that will
pussies on
make
the
our
court-
donors happy,
Correct.
we won't make a
Right.
decision.
If we can't make a decision that doesn't make white Christian fucking middle-aged men happy and not want to kill us, then we won't do it. Like, I'm just tired of not calling a spade because there's no reason on earth at all that the Supreme Court should have deferred on this. These fucking people have been here.
I mean, I can't speak to the malfeasance of the entire Supreme Court.
I can.
But Clarence Thomas
Yeah.
seems to be in some pretty dead to rights situations, and nothing's been done.
That's correct.
His wife,
Yeah.
that's a fucking travesty. Talk
yeah.
about traitor shit.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
in
yeah.
the motherfuck?
Alito's wife, dude. They're all fucking right-wing nut jobs.
Also, Clarence Thomas's guy who gave him all that money and gave his mom a house and all that
and if
shit.
you think he's the only one, he's just the one they caught. But yeah, he is the reason they had to fake make up like rules of proper reporting.
All I'm
and shit,
saying is
sure.
that fool is flagrant.
Yeah,
And
fucking
has
flagrant
been
as fuck.
flagrant
Yeah.
and nothing's ever been done.
Yeah.
So God knows what these other people are getting away with
Yep.
if they're at least a little bit smart about it.
Yeah. Dude, he got away with calling being held account for being a creepy guy with a woman a digital, or what did you say, a 21st century or 20th century lynch mob. Like, he said he was being lynched at his confirmation hearing because Anita Hill was basically saying, like, dude, you were kind of creepy and gross. So I don't know that you should be on the Supreme Court. So he has been flagrant about it his entire fucking life. That's what they all are. because they can find any way to make their principles not worth shit.
Because they're juiced in and they have
Yep.
compromise on the men that protect them.
That's right. And they're just valueless, moralist, unscrupulous fucks. That's what they are.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Ha
Ha. Joke. Insert
okay.
joke here.
Diplomacy and economy.
Yeah.
The Japan summit. We talked about that
Yeah.
at the opening
Open
of
mic
the at the opening of the show. Trump's
Right.
open mic in front of the Japanese Prime Minister.
Hey, how's it going?
That was at the White House on Thursday.
Tell you about surprise.
Okay, we already covered that.
Yeah. Fuck Trump.
Fed policy tension. Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell left interest rates unchanged on Wednesday, but noted that the war is complicating the path towards rates. I don't know why I'm reading that wrong. Sometimes when they translate the rundown from Hindi to English, there's a couple boo-boos. I apologize.
They're trying their best. You're trying your best.
I am trying my best, bro. Let me tell you. With that being said, James, thank you for getting through episode 9 with me.
Oh, wow. That was it?
I mean, yeah, that we made it through everything.
Wow.
The crazy thing is that you broke your ankle during setup. I almost died of a tahine attack. And we're still here. We actually finished the episode.
And I think we were funny at least twice.
I was funny 0 times. You were funny a couple times. But this isn't really a comedy podcast. This is an information podcast. We really hope that everybody who listens to this learns something or is reminded about something that's happening that they may have forgotten about because, you know, everyday life is so crazy. You know what I mean? With these goddamn grocery prices. You know what I'm saying?
Which are only going to go up because of goddamn gas prices.
Thank God I built a tracksuit collection before Trump was president again.
Especially if you're buying imported tracksuits, bro.
It is not tracksuit season, bro.
Look at you.
I'm spending all my tracksuit money on groceries.
Yeah,
homie.
you got to.
Got to.
Now.
Gotta feed those babies. All right, if you listen to the whole episode and you're not subscribed on whatever...
Fuck you. Just kidding.
No.
You got time. I was
not
kidding.
Fuck you. Please take the mental effort and time
We would really
to
appreciate
subscribe wherever you're listening right now.
My ironic fuck you aside, it would
Yes.
be really cool.
Also, go subscribe everywhere that you have. Go to your little Apple podcast thing and hit subscribe there.
Also,
to
go
YouTube.
outside. Tell your neighbor. Literally go meet your neighbor and say, I just listened to this amazing podcast these two dudes did. Sit them down, tie them to a fucking chair, and make them listen to our show. That's it.
Nah, you shouldn't have to tie him to a chair, man. Yo,
No, but be willing to.
if you listen...
Zach, I want them to be willing to. I'm
Nah,
not saying they have
James.
to. I just want them to be, hey,
Listen,
you
dude,
said when we
I
started
refuse
this...
to be a thirsty
Zach,
podcaster.
Zach, when
I'm
you
not
said
going to
this-
suck
No,
anyone's
this is
dick,
not-
James.
hold on, this is not about
I'm not
podcast.
doing it.
When we started this, you said, I want to do a podcast and start a cult with you. And I said, absolutely. But the first thing... So
Yeah, but cult leaders don't need to tie anyone up, bro.
No,
You got to
bro,
slow
okay,
roll
no,
it,
listen,
brother.
No, listen. They're not doing the tying, but they're willing to do the tying if necessary. I was in a cult, trust me.
I'm really sorry. Just if you could subscribe.
Like and subscribe to our podcast.
And if you could... And honestly, I hope you enjoy the podcast enough where it'll make you have a good conversation with your
subscribe to our
neighbor.
cults. It's fun.
And they'll listen to our podcast because it's
Yes.
a good podcast.
Yes, I meant just go.
If
meet
it's
me.
not a good podcast, if you're like, you know what, man, I listened to the whole thing, and I really think your time would be better spent, like, digging yourself a grave, then tell us that
Tell
in
us
the
that
comments.
in the comments.
In the comments, be like, you know what? Actually, I made the mistake of listening to this podcast. These dudes are idiots. If I had the time, I would kill both of you. Zach, your
Because you made me want to
tracksuit
kill
looks
myself.
stupid. Your sunglasses look stupid. Your lips are ugly. James, your hair looks ridiculous, even though you clearly put so much time into it. Why are you wearing a Pee Wee Herman t-shirt, dude? Get a job. The fuck is wrong with you people? You could totally say that, and I would accept it. I would accept it.
As long as it's in the comments.
Yes, you just have to comment it on Spotify and then copy and paste it and say
Right?
it again
Right?
on YouTube.
Then tag
and
us
then-
on Instagram.
Yeah, and then make a video about how much we suck.
And then come to the Ontario Improv.
Yes.
June 10th.
Yes, buy a ticket.
Right. Buy 12 tickets.
Yeah.
Come to the Improv.
Get somebody to film you walking in.
Right.
Attempt to attack me.
Right.
And then watch what happens. And then that's pretty much it from there.
Like and
So
subscribe
if
to
you
our
can
cult.
do all
Thank
that, you're a great fan, and I
right.
appreciate you. Or a very dedicated hater,
Right, and I
In
got
which
a lot of
case,
respect for you that way too.
I appreciate you infinitely more. Dude, a dedicated hater is worth like 900 fans.
You're telling me. Ask my Facebook page.
We love you guys. That wraps up episode 9. We'll see you next week for
Bye,
some
guys.
more Bad Libs Afterbirth.